the problem is female Chikorita 12.5% female chance. Good luck, asshole.
Because we know enough about Pokemon. That's why I was like, what nature are you? I can go with... Like... I mean, even with a good nature, it's like if the IVs and stuff are crap, I'm pretty sure this game had IVs too. But I do wonder what nature I got. Shit.
Keep going.
Snap. They'll be fine. Climb the fence to get into places where people can't follow. Can I see a proper summary now? Yeah. Because then there's the autosave.
Yeah, check summary right there.
Now!
So the fence down, speed up.
That's actually not the worst.
That's speed.
Right?
Because the battles are real time, does speed affect the recharge rate of your moves?
Yes.
I assume that's what I would
No,
do.
that's how that works. The faster you are, the faster you get a recharge.
Oh god, Regieleki in this game. Oh, that would be obnoxious.
Well, here's the thing about this anyway. Right now, because Totodile is a mixed attacker, early on, I kind of like having setup like this.
Yeah,
because speed is good, and that lets me be mixed for 5 minutes. I think I'm actually going to keep her.
True.
Because, Water Gun's not a physical move.
Yes.
Water Gun isn't physical. Totodile is mixed. Feraligatr is mixed because your physical attack is higher. I'll keep the mixed until I can Nature Man. Yeah.
Naive.
Honestly, that works. Hold on. Honestly, I will roll with that until later. And that is only because if we were Adamant or Jolly, I would be losing damage on Water Gun.
Yes. Right now, the funny thing is, I'm pretty sure because of the attack and special attack are so close, Water Gun is actually, because of stab, stronger than...
Tackle, yes! Because Totodile isn't bad at special. The physical is just the better choice.
To be fair, all three of these starters are technically quote-unquote
They're
mixed.
all... Okay, Chikorita is the most mixed. Totodile and Tepig end up physical with special that's usable. But because this is based off Totodile's old learn set with just a few changes...
Especially because this has the problem the original Legends had, which is...
Yes.
Which is to basically justify their system.
I'll roll with this.
They removed several moves.
Who cares about losing some defense? Well, special defense. Because I wanted speed and I'm not losing my attack stats. I like this. I just need a good name for her.
I can't think of anything.
Oh, it is what I thought it was. Okay. That's how I thought they spelled that. Perfect name. Alli.
Boo.
What?
Boo.
The Animal Crossing, one of the alligators that's female, and she's also blue, is Alli. So, she would be
Boo.
Alligator.
Boo. 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 You stink.
Alligator.
I think my favorite alligator villager is Boots. Because he's named Boots.
Did her hands just pop in?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
I swear to God, she had no.
Popping in my $70 video game, not in this house.
So my starter shall be Alli. What have we got here? A pair of battle zone loiterers. You must be after a Pokemon battle. Square up. No, wait, my friend is in front of the... I don't believe anyone asked you. I like the mixed nature, so I can actually use special attacks early on. Because for Alligator as a Pokemon, gets decent special moves.
Oh, Cleffa.
Now, with that said, Leer lowers defense. So Tackle does a decent damage.
Do Water Gun, see how much.
Yeah, Stab.
Because of Stab, I think it's doing more.
Tackle.
Also, Cleffa.
Hold on, Water Gun. Now.
Also, Cleffa might have lower or special defense. Which defense stat is higher for Cleffa?
Wait, you're ground, right?
I don't think the first one is. Yeah, it didn't
Okay.
say super effective. It becomes ground.
It's been too long.
No one remembers Bunnelby.
Bitch.
No one remembers Bunnelby. Everyone remembers Diggersby because it gets huge power.
And actually, because of moves being on a charge timer, Mix is actually saving my ass because I can tackle between my Water Gun Lop Shots.
Yes. And you can go back and forth between the two. Basically, which, like, I know it doesn't always follow this trend, they just sometimes follow it. Which defense stat is higher for Clefable? Because generally the one that's higher in the final...
What is your special? God, it's been a minute.
Again, I don't think about the stats of the first
form.
Of first forms and middle forms unless a middle form gets dumb Eviolite shit.
Yes.
Well, does dumb Eviolite shit.
Autosave again. At least they're healing me between battles.
Yes.
Yeah, so.
Give a hold item.
Yeah.
There are hold items in this game.
Yeah, the Mega Stones and shit, remember?
Oh, yeah. Well, I say that, but because of a video, I watched someone talk to... someone...
Oh, so I can... Yeah, well, one, I can move...
You can move the moves around if you want to change their
yes.
position for whatever reason.
Oh, yeah, and because of... countdown... Yeah, the cooldown 6. Cooldown 4.
What the fuck does that mean?
What?
I know it's cooldown time, but like 6 what? 6 seconds?
It's seconds. Or it's weird, and the higher your speed stat is, the better.
Going to have to look into that later.
Oh God.
The most terrifying thing there is the Horn Edge.
Trying to get a would you please, Lester? Too bad for your guess. Once you step into the battle zone, you're a target.
Damn it, Brain, I imagine all of the trainers, they all snap. The monkey, he jumped on Heracross's horn and it's holding the Horn Edge.
Full-it! Yay!
It's been
3,000 years.
Look, it's the most shafted mystery gift Pokemon.
Fly with a black flower. Don't see that every day. Let's see how it battles.
If it does attack them, it literally.
Yeah, baby. Don't hit them.
Light of Ruin, bitch. Wasn't that the exclusive move?
Yes.
I think it was called Light of Ruin.
Yes. Ah, my joke was really good. Guys, maybe we. Yep.
Edit in that Scooby-Doo running sound effect, you know the one.
It's the Eternal Floette.
Or AZ's Floette.
Karoo. Well, technically Karoo, not the Leon Floette. Yeah, maybe you should have saved that line of ruin move for when it really counts. Let me introduce you to Floette. She's a very special Pokemon. She's apparently 3,000 years old. That she is. Thanks to Floette, those troublemakers cleared off like Terry did the hotel. My joke was spot fucking on. Oh, that's great.
I'm wondering how many people, because this is one of those, here's a scary thought, that, like, X and Y...
Oh, wait.
X
I can do this.
Oh yeah, you can have things walk around with you. X and Y was so long ago, and the Eternal Flower Floette was never actually released. There are so many people that are going to be deeply confused by that thing. I feel like that's why they have it fire the giant laser in the guy from the beginning to show this isn't a normal Floette.
Now it was so long ago, we'll have to remember it in Seviaton.
Now we just need that thing to evolve into an Eternal Flower Flagorges. Oh, the stats on that.
The stats
if they ever made that thing.
The stats on the... Fucking... Damn it. Because that's a unique middle form. That is a Flagorges.
That's why I want to see what Eternal Flower Flagorges would look like.
Yes.
And now, to be fair, it's not exactly the same. I believe it's the same special attack, and it's faster, but its defenses are lower. But it is the same base stat.
I'm pretty sure the special attack was higher, and I think it's the same special defense. We have a guest.
If its stats aren't the same or higher, they're very close, but it's the same base stat total.
I love this man.
Yes, and him being freakishly tall.
He is freakishly tall. Sitting over there.
Yeah, like, that's a fact people forget. He's supposed to be like 8 feet tall or something.
Ooh, Zygarde cell.
It took like 14 years, but man is finally back home.
This is Gator.
Man is back home after his Hawaiian vacation.
Stepped off the train right into a world of trouble.
X and Y was the most shafted generation, and you cannot convince me otherwise.
It is! Why is this isn't? People in Pokemon. Me, when fate dictates it, should be so. Look, we're meant to be a team. Got caught up. I see. Concerned when a bag arrived with no owner. That's why I sent Floette to seek you out. Seems my words are unfounded. Glad you did. Floette saved our skins with her light of ruin. Heck of a move. You're so wise, AZ. I can almost believe you really are 3,000 years old like you always say.
I love how this man just isn't hiding it.
Yes.
Now, to be fair, he looks like he's 3,000 years old.
Believe you've been led here because it's where you're meant to be. I am AZ. As the owner of Hotel Z, I welcome you. Pray, allow me a few words. Hope you'll indulge me as your host. Tawny entrusted you with Totodile and makes you its keeper, Pokemon trainer. So hear me now, Carter, for Pokemon are truly wondrous creatures. Every Pokemon possesses a great power of its own. And it will wield that power for a Pokemon trainer it has placed its faith in. I urge you to treasure Pokemon. And never betray that faith. That's all I wish to say. Room 202 is yours. You can take the elevator to Zygofor. Rest up for tonight. Come meet me down here in the lobby tomorrow. Whoop.
It's an elevator. If it was a staircase, I was going to say, this is way too close to the hotel in Majora's Mask.
Welcome to the Hotel California.
Is that a picture of a Pumpkaroo?
Furfuru.
It's just random
Tree.
flowers.
Generic shape.
Furfru. I think it was on the like back wall.
Big tree. Punkaboo.
It is Punkaboo. I want to like Gourkai so much, but its stats are so bad.
Its stats are...
A jack-o'-lantern Pokemon is the most money concept ever, but you're so
He said, should sleep. Can we talk for a sec? Its stats are okay-ish. Women, am I right, fellas? It's a fucking joke.
I will admit part of my problem is I kinda, like, I get why, was it being a jack-o'-lantern? I get why you did Grass Ghost, but part of me kind of wishes it was actually Grass Fire.
Yes.
But then again, we have the best Grass Fire.
Come on, gotta say the roof.
And then again, we have the best Grass Fire type ever now, so I am now less angry about Grass Fire. Now just give me a regional form of Ludicolo, that's Grass Fire.
Damn it, Rosa. I'm gonna let me upset it.
I genuinely thought of that as a concept. If I ever made a fan game, I would probably do that. And because Ludicolo is good vibe to the Pokemon, I would specifically state it gets along with its regular version.
Oh, AZ big time for the help he's given me since I got here.
Because most regional forms fucking hate
Want
each
to do
other.
right by him in return. Not put you on the spot, but I think, could you give me a hand? I'll help you. Might as well, bitch. That means a lot. Together we can show the world what we can do. You're next to me and I'm next to you. Hello, is that guard cell?
Imagine it just slowly scooting away.
Yeah,
just edit in that sound effect of the Zora King scooting over. Nah.
Chikorita is okay if you know how to use it. The problem is it doesn't really do damage because they don't really give it a lot of damage potential. Totodile is a physical focused mixed attacker with decent speed and a crap ton of setup, and it's a water type, and Tepig is a fire type that's also a physical focused mixed attacker, but it's a bulky physical focused mixed attacker that ends up firefighting with all the hurting. Totodile and Chikorita stay pure types.
Okay, now, male. Of course it is, and...
Neutral nature.
Huh. Pure neutral.
Shut up and go.
Well, then, because pure or neutral or...
You can mint that bitch later.
Yes.
And pure
especially because I have one that's very, very far ahead. You get mints way earlier in this game than you would think.
I know.
They're just expensive as balls.
I know this. Motherfucker, I knew that going into this, but I wanted okay nature. And again, to say it one additional time.
You can say it while I'm going to.
Yeah, because this is also important, and it changes Chikorita a little bit. The Mega Evolution for Meganium gains a Fairy type and actually deals damage. You actually get your bulk, but you gain damage dealing. Whereas Feraligatr becomes Water Dragon and gains silly amounts of damage. Well, also being decently bulky, but it's like hyper damage, and then Embor keeps its typing and basically gains a lot of damage, but they made the defensive Pokemon fat with damage, and gaining Fairy type is not a bad typing. If you want to use Chikorita, Meganium is okay with a Mega Evolution, because you can actually deal damage. And if you know how stats and stuff work, Chikorita is designed around annoying, stalling debuff nonsense. My problem with Chikorita as a Pokemon it's a god-awful starter almost any time it comes up, because casual players aren't going to understand why a move like Leech Seed is good, or why Reflect cutting physical damage is good, or why Poison Power is obnoxious.
If I counted a female one, I was gonna name it Demeter. But I got now, so Narcissist. And yes, that's where we get the one word from.
Oh.
If I think of a better name, I will change it later. I was strapped for male figures associated with nature or flowers.
Look at that ass jiggle. Yeah. My point, if I'm leaving some of this in, I make fun of Chikorita a little bit as a Pokemon, but it's mostly because, from a casual perspective, Chikorita is just awful.
Not just a casual perspective. Back then, in Generation 1, Grass, unlike Fire and Water, Grass did not have any good, safe, late-game moves. The strongest Grass move was Solar Beam, which is a good move, but now, because Chikorita is a Gen 2, like... Actually, yeah, technically because...
Leaf Hits is physical.
Yeah, because...
And stab, so that's actually better for
you. So
you.
that will be stronger.
Yeah. Physical?
You know, whatever... Yeah, look at that,
Stab increases the damage of the types you are.
No.
To explain that, but in this game, damage...
Because stab, it stands for same
type attack bonus. But in this game, damage rolls are a little bit different, but it's just because of how things work. But the basic point is, if you're a grass type, grass damage is stronger. So while a move might say it's the same power, if you're not the type of the move, unless your ability kicks in, but this game doesn't have ability, so...
Except for certain selective Pokemon, like in the first Legends. Like, now I believe this thing was in the base game, it's in the DLC. Despite not having the ability, Morpeko will swap forms when it uses Aura Wheel.
Good.
Anyway, what I was going to say was the Chikorita thing. The other big problem with Chikorita, in a lot of ways, it isn't really a thing of damage, because its offensive stats are technically at least...
Your offensive stats are okay.
Now, I was going to say its special attack is technically, I believe it's the same special attack Totodile has, so that's why, like, it's not...
It's 80, it's respectable,
I honestly feel that's the other thing that's kind of a bigger problem, is in Generation 1, Grass did not have any good, like... mid-range moves like Flamethrower.
With that said, in base Generation 2, Feraligatr is hilarious because water will all be special, so that physical attack stat in base Gen 2, Feraligatr can't use for stab.
That's why I pointed out.
But Grass has like...
To be fair, I think. Kitty, we're gonna have to kick you out.
If
you get up again, we're kicking you out. That's why I pointed that out, and that's why I think the bigger thing with basically Chikorita is...
It's a lack of moves, but also Chikorita mostly learns the defensive crap.
Yes.
It's a front-loaded, bulky defensive Pokemon that no casual person understands how to use. Yeah, time for cat out.
Kitty.
Time for cat out. Sorry, Struggle Bog. Kitties. Like, now that was Generation 2.
Yes, but
Heart Gold and Soul Silver, the physical special split exists.
Not just the physical special split, by Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
There's a bit more nuance, but
you finally have Giga Drain and Energy Ball.
Except that's not in the learn set.
Yeah, so I think Energy Ball might be a TM. One of those is, I think, a TM.
The TMs.
Except the thing is...
Oh no, the TMs you need are hard to come by. That's the problem.
Because they were not moves that existed back.
Yes! Yes, Curzon, yes. This is my issue with this Pokemon.
This is also why...
The Chikorita is just designed to fail.
This is also why I say Heart Gold and Soul Silver are bad remakes, because people complain about, like, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl being fateful remakes. Heart Gold and Soul Silver are fateful remakes.
Your footage is not the full time to go down the hypocrisy road of every defense for those as, well, they are technically faithful. Using transfer and trading, you can technically get everything that existed.
Except that
Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl just limit you as if it's Gen 4. You can get things up to Gen 4 in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you have to trade it in.
You can only basically do that in the post game.
People literally say.
Yeah, I know what people say.
Except when people do the statement there, it's like, oh, we're aware of that. It doesn't matter. BDSP is still limited. Things just don't exist. It doesn't matter if it's post game. Heart Gold and Soul Silver is still a remake with every non-Pokemon.
If I can only get Steelix in the post game, it doesn't exist. Because that's the other thing. It's not just later or Polygon, the later like evolutions and shit. And Steelix isn't even a full later evolution. It's Gen 2, but the Metal Coat is stupid late, just like in the original, because all the Gen 2 Pokemon are in Kanto.
Yes.
This is why I stand by while Generation 1 is bad, like, is objectively badly designed, and they were clearly flying by the seat of their pants. Gen 2 has no excuse for its bad design. They should have learned.
Since we have a minute, I will cut points in and out of Curzon's footage. People literally argue that the point is, while it is often post-game, it's that it's available. And that people thought Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl would give Gen 4 access to everything up to what existed at that point. Because the semantic argument of people that hold Heart Gold and Soul Silver in high regards always boils down to, it doesn't matter if it's post-game or needs trading, it's available. Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, nothing past Gen 4 is available if you want a Pokemon from Gen 5, tough titties, bitch. People just get way too hung up on the fact that it's available because people said, we never said it needed to be all in the game, but it's all available semantically because the code is there.
Except if a modern Pokemon game did what Heart Gold and Soul Silver did, you people would never shut up about it.
And as
if this game did something like, if this game did something like as an example, and I'm using it as an example because it's a Gen 6 Pokemon, if you could only get the, like, Satchel item to evolve Aromatisse, or, like, the thing for Slurpuff, because people actually like Slurpuff's competitive viability, if that shit was only available in, like, Sword and Shield, you people would never shut up about it. But because of nostalgia, Heart Gold and Soul Silver gets a free pass, when that's exactly what Heart Gold and Soul Silver does.
It does the same shit, but people then twisted the narrative to, oh, but everything is available in the game semantically. It doesn't matter if you need to transfer or trade, it's all available in the game code. Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl are regressive. They should have had every gen after that. That's what the argument has become. It doesn't matter because the argument, because this is how the loop goes with these people. And you can argue with me for the same stupid reasons. I agree with cursing, which is why I'm doing the mocking voice, but like, the whole argument literally boiled down to, it doesn't matter, it's still available. It's like, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl lock you to Gen 4. Anything beyond that just isn't available. Heart Gold and Soul Silver could have locked you to Gen 2, but they have Gen 4. So it's like, you can technically get Gen 4 things that don't exist. You want a Gliscor and a Magnezone? You can have them. It doesn't matter if you need to transfer and trade to make it happen. They're available. It's time for the question of the day and my overall thoughts on the topic. So, you know what? How many of you remember the leaks for AZ's Floette back in the day? Because people basically data mined X and Y and found the Eternal Flower Floette and Light of Ruin, but that Floette was never released. It's in the game, and a lot of people got it via hacking, and everything functioned, but they never did anything with that Pokemon. A lot of people at the time thought Game Freak was mad that people hacked the game and that they were being basically assholes and going, oh, you hacked the game? Well, we're not going to give out this cool Floette. But I've always personally thought that wasn't the reason. I've always thought, since X and Y were super hated anyway, for what I consider stupid and unfair reasons, that they basically did move on super fast, since the reception for X and Y were incredibly low, and because of a bunch of different leaks. It basically does paint a very interesting picture, because the Gen 3 remakes were put into production super early, and in general they were also mapping out Sun and Moon super early. So I've always felt like people just wanted a reason to basically hate Game Freak, so they used the Eternal Flower Floette as a scapegoat, since AZ's Floette was never officially released, and that does make a good clickbait title to a video, where you basically make a point that a secret Pokemon in the game code was never released because Game Freak was mad at data miners. Because I remember so many people back then basically did pretty much say this as if it was a fact. Oh, we all know Game Freak is mad at data mining, so they're trying to punish us, which is bullshit. It's like, oh, your games are easy to hack, guys. It's not our fault that the 3DS had a bunch of security flaws and that your games have no security. It's not our fault we can get all the Pokemon information from your games. If you don't want that to happen, you need to have better code. So at the time, everyone pretty much accepted it as a fact that Game Freak was mad that people data mined, but I still don't think that's the case. I really do feel like it's because they basically noticed the reception of X and Y, and they basically decided to truncate a bunch of ideas for a Z version into the remakes and then into Sun and Moon. And that basically does track, because X and Y are incredibly overhated. So, I feel like it had nothing to do with people data mining, and it's just the fact that they basically noticed people reacting negatively. So they moved on, but they had all these ideas for a Z version. So those slipped into the remakes and Sun and Moon. And generally, that's how I felt. But the whole point of asking this specific question was to see how many of you are old enough to remember those leaks and to basically go to a bunch of different websites and see the leaked stats and look at that thing and go, holy shit. Hell, a bunch of videos looked at the leaked stats and went, oh, holy shit. And then people looked at Light of Ruin and went, oh, holy shit. And because it's a move in the game, it could actually be grabbed with metronome, which is hilarious. Though I seem to remember when they realized that, they actually made an update to X and Y where metronome was literally banned from grabbing that move, which I think is hilarious. I think that was a thing. That might have been the remakes or Sun and Moon. It has been several years and I don't remember all the details. And at this point, we're so far removed from all of that, I can talk about this without basically worrying that Game Freak and Nintendo will get mad at me bringing it up. I'm not even showing anything, but it was well known and basically still is, especially if you're old enough to have been there. Me and Carson lived through that. At the time, they were mad, but this is, again, so far removed from all of that. It's just a fun footnote. This thing was found in the game code, but they never did anything with it, but it is technically there and can technically be hacked in and technically functions. So, that's neat. But anyway, I really need to end off this little ramble. You can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments, or you can leave them on social media. All of my social media links, as well as my Discord links, are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shill for a minute. If you subscribe to the channel, if you follow me on social media, that really helps our communities grow. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope I will see you all next time. So as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, everybody. I hope you come back someday. See you later.